and today what I'm going to be teaching you about is some beginner steps in tap dancing. So the first thing you want to notice are my shoes. These are called tap shoes, and they have a metal piece on the ball of your foot and a metal piece on the heel of your foot. These are screwed into the shoe, that way we can use them to tap dance. If they're not screwed in, then you want to make sure that they're screwed in properly, or else you'll lose the metal pieces. So when you begin to tap dance, what you're going to hear is a lot of noise like this. Okay, my shoes make noise. That's what we call tap dancing. It sounds like little taps, like that. You can manipulate your feet in order to make certain sounds, which is what I'm going to teach you about today. So, some of the things we're going to go over today are things like brush, scuff, heel, toe, steps like that. But I'm going to write those down real quick, and I'm going to come back and show you what they look like on the whiteboard. So I'll be back in just a second. So today what we're going to learn in tap are 5 different simple steps. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. The rain is very loud in here, but I'm going to do my best to talk a little louder. So the first step we're going to learn is called a brush, then a scuff, a heel, a toe, and last a hammer. Once you understand these 5 basic single steps, you can start combining steps. So the one combination step we're going to learn today is called a shuffle, where you combine a brush and a scuff to do a shuffle. So I'm going to place this over here, that way you're able to see my notes. I'm going to back it up a little bit, that way you can see them a little clearer. And the first step we're going to learn today is called a brush. Now you're going to want to make sure that your hands are always on your hips and that you're able to balance on each foot, like so. Okay? If you have trouble balancing on each foot, maybe you go home and use some furniture to help you balance on stuff, and then slowly take the furniture away and learn how to balance on your own. So, back to the first step. It's called brush. You're going to balance on your left foot, pick your right foot up, bending at the knee. Make sure you bend only at the knee, because if you bend farther back, you're not doing the step correctly. This is important for younger students too, because they like to kick their feet out and do crazy things. But we want to teach them to bend at the knee. That way when they are older, they can combine more steps together faster, because they're very close, tight into themselves. So, pick your right foot up, bend at the knee, and we're going to do a brush. And this is what it looks like. That's a brush. I'm using the ball of my foot and my heel, and only the ball of my foot right now. But I have the ball and the heel together on my tap shoe. So I want to make sure I'm only using the ball of my foot for this. So bend at the knee again, and you're going to brush into the floor to make that sound. And you want to make sure you brush loud enough, or else your sound won't be heard. So let's do that together. Your right foot up, bend at the knee, and brush. Like that. Do it again. Ready? Go. Brush. Now let's try it on the left foot. Pick your left foot up, bend at the knee, making sure your hands are still on your hips, and you brush into the floor to make that sound. Ready? Go. Do it again. Go. That's called a brush. Next thing we're going to learn is how to do a scuff. Now you need to learn how to do a brush before you learn how to do a scuff, because a scuff is going backwards. So, if I were to do a scuff, this is what it'd sound like. It's sometimes also called a spank, depending on what studio you go to. We call them both, a scuff and a spank. But today we're going to call it a scuff, since that's easier to remember. I'm going to place my right foot out in front of me, balancing on my left, and I'm going to scuff my right foot against the floor, pulling it back, making a sound. If If I did it slowly, it'd sound like this. Okay, but we're going to do it fast today. So pick your right foot up, put it in front of you, and we're going to scuff. Ready, go. Scuff. Do it again. Ready, go. Scuff. Now you're going to do your left foot. Pick your left foot up, put it out in front of you, and you're going to scuff or pull back your left foot. Let's do that together. Ready, go. Scuff. Do it again. Scuff. The next thing we're going to learn is called a heel. Now for this, you're going to use the very bottom part of the heel on your shoe to make this sound. So a heel would sound like this. It kind of sounds like I'm digging into the floor, and we can call those digs as well. But today we're going to call them a heel. So you're going to place your right foot out in front of you and flex your foot. If you don't flex your foot, then you're not going to make the correct sound. So it's important to flex your foot, making sure your toe goes up, and I'm going to make the heel sound. So let's do that together. Flex your foot up and dig it into the floor. Heel. Let's do that again. Flex it up and go. Heel. Let's try this on the left foot. Flex your left foot up, and you're going to dig into the floor with your heel. Ready? Go. Let's do it again. Go. That's called a heel. The next step you're going to learn is called a toe or a tap. We're going to call it a toe today, but when you do it, it kind of sounds like a tapping noise, like a little tick or tapping noise on the computer. So we're going to place our foot out in front of us, and we're going to make sure to point our toe, because if you don't point it, it's going to not sound good, and it's going to sound like this. That's not very loud. So we want to make sure to point our toe, and we're going to hit it or tap it against the floor really, really hard. Let's try that. Point your right foot, make sure your hands are on your hips, you're balancing on your left, and you're going to do a toe. Ready, go. Do it again. Ready, go. Let's try it on the left foot. Point your left foot, making sure you're only using the ball of your foot, and we're going to do a toe or a tap. Let's do a toe. Ready, go. Do it again. Ready, go. That step is called a toe or a tap. The last thing you're going to learn is how to do a hammer. Now, when I do a hammer, I'm using the ball of my foot, but I'm using the very tip-top toe part, which it makes a hammer sound. So if you've ever heard a hammer, it sounds kind of like this. It sounds like I'm knocking on the door or someone's hammering something into the wall. Again, it sounds like this. So what you're going to do for this step is you're going to balance on your left foot, pick your right foot up, bend it at the knee again, and you're going to make sure that the sole of your shoe is facing the back wall to do the step. So balance, and you're going to, again, try and hammer or dig it into the floor to make that sound. Let's try it. Pick your right foot up and go. Hammer. Let's do it again. Right foot up and go. Now let's try it on the left foot. Balance on your right. Pick your left foot up, and you're going to dig or hammer into the floor, making sure your sounds are very loud. Left foot up and go. Hammer. Do it again. Ready? Go. Hammer. Now that you've learned all these basic steps, we can combine the first two steps to make a shuffle. So you combine a brush and a scuff to make a shuffle. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm first going to pick up my right foot, again balancing on my left, and I'm going to make the first sound, which is a brush. And this is what it sounds like. That's a brush. From there, I'm going to leave my foot out, and I'm going to make the scuff sound by pulling my foot back. And this is what it sounds like. That's a scuff. So make sure you know the difference between a brush and a scuff, like so. When you get good at this, you can do them really fast, really really fast shuffles like these. Again, it's important that you learn to bend at the knee. If you don't bend at the knee, you're going to take more energy and more time to do your steps. So we're going to try 3 shuffles on the right foot, 3 shuffles on the left foot, and we're going to do it slow. When I say 3, I mean I'm going to count to 6 though, because in dance we count to 8. So this would be 1 shuffle, but I'm going to say 1 and 2. So let's pick our right foot up, balance on our left, and we're going to do 3 shuffles on our right foot. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let's do it on our left foot. Pick your left foot up, and you're going to do 3 shuffles on your left foot. Ready? Make sure your hands are on your hips, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you know the difference between these 2 sounds. If you don't, then you're going to mess up your shuffle. So, we've learned how to do a brush, a scuff, a heel, a toe, and a hammer. If you're having trouble remembering your right from your left, I suggest going home and placing a sticker on the top part of your tap shoe on your right foot. This way you can remember which one's your right from your left if you have to look down for it. I hope you learn some more things in tap, and I hope you go home and practice these steps and maybe do some research on YouTube. Look up some tap dances or look up some articles about tap dancing. Expand your knowledge on tap dancing so you can get better at it and learn how to do more complicated steps. Thank you for watching. See you later.